Why your brain hates silence. What if the one thing you're constantly trying to escape is actually the one thing your brain needs the most? Silence. Most people can't sit in complete silence for even 5 minutes. The moment everything becomes quiet, they reach for their phone, they turn on music, open social media, or they start talking. But why? What exactly is your brain trying to escape? Scientists have discovered something strange. Your brain never truly rests. Even when you're doing absolutely nothing, around 86 billion neurons continue communicating with each other. In fact, brain scans reveal that some regions become more active when you're resting than when you're solving a difficult problem. This hidden system has a name: the default mode network. Think of it as your brain's background operating system. The moment outside distractions disappear, it quietly switches on. And suddenly, your mind begins replaying old conversations, embarrassing moments from years ago, things you wish you'd said, mistakes you wish you'd never made. Then, without warning, it jumps into the future, imagining arguments that haven't happened, problems that don't even exist. But why? Because your brain wasn't designed to make you happy. It was designed to keep you alive. Thousands of years ago, the humans who constantly imagined danger were more likely to survive. Today, that same survival system is still running. Only now, instead of watching for predators, it worries about bills, relationships, deadlines, your future, and sometimes things that may never happen. Here's where it gets even stranger. In a famous psychology experiment, people were asked to sit alone inside a quiet room. No phone, no music, no books, nothing. Just their own thoughts. There was only one thing they were allowed to do: press a button that delivered a painful electric shock. Surely nobody would choose pain, right? Surprisingly, many people did. Some even pressed it more than once, not because they enjoyed being shocked, but because being alone with their own thoughts felt even more uncomfortable. So, does that mean silence is bad? Actually, the opposite. Neuroscientists believe quiet moments help the brain organize memories, strengthen learning, connect ideas, and improve creativity. When you're constantly consuming information, your brain barely gets time to process any of it. Silence is where the invisible work happens. It's why your best ideas often appear in the shower, while walking, or simply staring out of a window. Not because you're thinking harder, but because for a brief moment, your brain finally has room to think. Maybe silence isn't empty. Maybe it's the only place where you can finally hear your own mind. And perhaps the real reason we fear silence isn't because it's quiet. It's because, for the first time, there's nothing left to distract us from ourselves. 11 Labs के लिए directly copy-paste ready है. इस pacing के साथ narration ज़्यादा natural, cinematic और engaging सुनाई देगी.